What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Self-Aware Narcissist Explains. I am diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about why you absolutely do not need a confession from a narcissist or toxic person if you already have proof. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. If you have proof about a narcissist or a toxic person doing something to you, you do not need a confession from that person. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. So if you catch a narcissist red-handed, like you have just proof, like the undeniable proof, screenshots, recordings, whatever, you don't need that person to confess. Because as a narcissist, I would not confess. I'm not going to give you the pleasure of letting you know that you are right. Even if you have proof, even if you have evidence, I'm not going to confess, because what good does that do me? I can deny. I can say, hey, look, you doctored those screenshots. Hey, you doctored those text messages or whatever. You changed them up. That wasn't me. And if you do not leave me, then what else? Nothing's going to change. The only thing that will change is that you won't catch them the same way twice. Or you very rarely will catch them the same way twice. If you catch them through their watch, guess what? You won't catch me through the watch again. Passcode. Whatever friend told you or gave you the evidence, that's not my friend anymore. Take your evidence, take your proof, and act on it. Do what you. So welcome back, y'all. I remember I made my first video about not needing a confession from a narcissist, and there was a man on TikTok who just came at me so hard. He's like, you do need a confession, you do need closure. And I was just like, of course, in narcissistic fashion, I ignored the person because I didn't need it. Yeah, you don't have to respond to everything you want to do online. But y'all, you do not need a confession. I understand the dynamic. I've done videos like this before, but this is gonna be a little bit more passionate, y'all. So stick around to the end, because you want that confession so bad, because you want to know that you matter to that person. We've been together for X amount of years. I deserve for you to tell me the truth. No, you don't, y'all. I'm being realistic. From the narcissist perspective, you do not deserve to be told the truth. You already know it. Why do you need me to tell you? Now you're trying to shame me. So as a narcissist, now you're trying to shame me into giving you a confession. Now you're trying to make me feel, you already caught me. I'm already busted. You already know what you already know. You have screenshots, you have proof, you have visual evidence, you have audio evidence. So now you're trying to shame me. This is the narcissist perspective. They think you're trying to shame them into confessing. You already know. You have it. So no, I'm not going to confess. I'm going to keep lying. Because now you want to play? Let's play. You want to play with me by trying to embarrass me to get me to confess on camera or recording, whatever you're trying to get me to confess to it, but you already know the truth. So this is how my mind works. When people used to confront me with proof and stuff like that and try to get this, you might as well admit it. No, the hell, I might as well admit it. First, now here comes the aggression. You might as well admit it. Now you're trying to tell me what to do. Now you're trying to tell that narcissistic person in your life what to do. Now you're trying to tell them how they should act or how they should operate, what they need to do right now. You busted, you might as well do this. No, the hell, I might as well do what? Now here comes now, especially if you're dealing with a confrontational narcissistic person like myself, an active aggressive. I'm not passive aggressive, y'all. Well, I alternate between the two. I can be passive aggressive, but a lot of times I'm active aggressive. So from the narcissist perspective, if you're hammering away at me to confess to you, you're trying to shame me. So that's why sometimes when you're trying to get a confession from a narcissist, when you already have proof, when you already know it, that's why they get mad. I'm trying to avoid, there's already shame brought into my life because I'm busted, because you caught me now. But now here you come trying to bring more. And yeah, I already know what y'all gonna say. Well, Lee, technically you deserve it because you did whatever you did. Of course. We deserve the shame, but it doesn't mean we want it to stick to us. We don't want, it's icky. It sucks. I don't want to feel it. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to feel this shame and this guilt and this, I don't want to feel it. The narcissist in your life doesn't want to feel it. That's why they argue with you. They'll argue to the fight. They'll deny it. They'll push it away. They'll say you made it up. They'll say you created the screenshot. You doctored that video. That ain't me. That ain't my tattoo. You photoshopped this. That person lied. Whatever the excuse is, you don't need a confession. Because from the perspective of a narcissist, you trying to get a confession out of me is you trying to embarrass me. Now you already have enough evidence to kind of hit my reputation anyway. Now you're trying to hit it even more? That's why narcissistic people will not confess to you, because, like, first of all, I'm not gonna confess to you because it brings more shame. It could allow you more information to ruin my reputation with, because now I admitted to it. Now I'm definitely guilty. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna admit to it from that perspective. But also, if I'm not ready, there's a reason I hid it from you, because I don't want you to know. Probably, maybe I don't want you to leave me. Maybe I don't want to get fired. Maybe whatever the situation is, I'm not ready for this relationship dynamic to end. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm not ready for it to end, if I'm not ready for this relationship dynamic to end, then I'm going to lie anyway, because I feel like in my mind, if I admit to it, then you're definitely gone. You're definitely out the door if I admit to it. And I'm not ready for you to leave, so why would I admit to it? You see what I'm saying? I'm not ready for you to leave. In my mind also, if you're presenting me the opportunity to confess, that means you're already going to give me another chance. That's how my mind, yeah, I'm just telling you, my mind works like a damn supercomputer sometimes. When it comes to manipulation and thinking these scenarios out, like why do you need a confession? Oh, you want to stay with me. You want me to act like you want me to know, you want me to acknowledge your feelings. You want me to know how you feel. You also want to work it out. That's why you presented it to me, as opposed to just packing your stuff and leaving. That's the situation. That's the direction my mind goes into. That's what I go into. And I know a lot of narcissistic people whose mind go in that same direction. Oh, you're not gonna leave me? Are you gonna leave me anyway? You gonna leave me without confession? You gonna trust your eyes over me? You gonna believe your friends over me? You gonna trust that situation over me? It's always something over them. It's comparing and contrasting, trying to make you feel like you don't care about them or you don't love them enough. So that's why I tell you people, let's go back to the other perspective, from the perspective of the person dealing with the narcissist or toxic person. That's why I say you do not need a confession. You don't need it. You want it. You absolutely want one. You feel like you deserve one, but take that off the table, y'all. In all actuality, logically speaking, you don't need it. Let's remove the emotions, bring the logic in here. Put the emotions in the car, drive that car away, and back in the logic truck. Here come the logic truck is backing up, y'all. The logical truck is backing up. Beep, beep, beep. Here comes the logic. Beep, beep, beep. Here comes the logic. Logic is here. You do not need that confession. Think about it. You don't need it. You don't. I needed to move on. I needed for closure. No, whatever they did to you is the closure. The disrespect, the lying, the deception, that's the closure. Y'all just look at closure like it's some kind of fantastical, just mythical beast or something like that. Closure is not a mythical beast. Closure is something that comes from within yourself. I need the confession for the closure. No, you do not. That one C word does not lead to the other C word. The confession is not needed for the closure. You don't need it. Whatever they did to you, that's the closure. Why isn't that enough? Why isn't that enough? Everybody wants to know that they matter. What if you don't matter the way that you think you should matter? And sometimes in your mind, when I say stuff like that, they're like, well, I want to work harder to make sure I matter more. Then you're going to lose. Because if you have evidence, you present said evidence to the narcissist wanting the confession, and they don't confess to you, and you don't leave, I promise you it's going to get worse. I can guarantee you that it's going to get worse. I can put my narcissistic stamp of approval on it. Bam, step it right across the damn forehead. It's going to get worse. Because now that narcissistic person feel like they can get away with anything. Now they feel like they're empowered to do whatever the hell they want to do to you. They just do. And it's not me making it up. They feel like they just got away with all this stuff. You seen me do this. You got a tape of me clapping somebody else's cheeks. And you still gonna stay with me through this? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You about to get taken through the damn ringer. I promise you. That's why I keep trying to make these videos for people. Y'all don't listen to me. And then you get taken through the ringer. You're like, Lee, I should have listened. Yep, you should have. You should have. You see what I'm saying? You have to empower yourself to take the necessary steps and go into the necessary direction to be as strong as you possibly can. Because if you don't, guess what happens next? You lose. Because the more times you go back to a narcissist or a toxic person, the more they think that you are okay with whatever unacceptable behavior that you have caught them up in. Oh, you're not going, oh, damn, I cheated on you with your best friend and you're going to cut the best friend off and not me? Oh, damn, I clapped your sister's cheeks and you're going to cut your sister off and not me? Wow. Y'all going to live a long, terrible life with a toxic person that does that. You don't need a confession, y'all. You do not need it. You want it. I understand you wanting it, but you absolutely do not need it. I understand the dynamic of wanting it and needing to feel that closure, whatever. I get it. You do not need it. You don't need a confession from a narcissist perspective. This is why narcissists will not confess to you. This is the reason why narcissists will not confess to y'all. But anyway, y'all, let me cut this thing short. Look, the brand is here. The I Love Me self-love brand is here. I'm worthy. This is this is one of the original ones. The link is in the description of every single video I do. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental healness is out. Peace.